As money to education and libraries go, so goes money into the children's picture book field, because libraries and schools are the main purchasers of children's books. So many fewer children's books are getting published. And then to add to that, to my great outrage, people like Seinfeld and Madonna have decided that they're going to write children's books. So, and now of the celebrity people, I want to say that Jamie Lee Curtis. She's really a good children's book writer. She would be published even if she weren't famous. She is a good children's book writer. But the rest of them, I mean, and you know, you would think that all those children's, that they made all that money off the Harry Potter and Harry Potter imitations, they would throw a little bit to picture books. No, they're all busy looking for the next Harry Potter. So from 1969 to 1998, there was never a period of more than 2.5 years where I didn't have a children's book accepted or about to come out or I was working on. Since 1998, I had not sold one. And I kept writing them, but they just weren't being accepted. And even books that had been accepted, they would be returned to me. They wouldn't ask for the money back, but they'd say, we can't publish it, the market is bad, you're free to sell it elsewhere. And I started thinking, is there no longer a place for me in this world, in the children's book world? This is so sad. And you know, even though you know it's the market, very hard not to take it personally. And so at the annual children's book picnic, the children's book writers were always saying, yeah, no children's book writer left behind, you know. And so, but it was hard not to take it personally. Well, last November or December, now David actually loves to play word games and, you know, is very outgoing and jivey and funny and private. And so I always have a hard time going to sleep. So we were somehow playing this word game that alphabetically, and we started talking about animals, and I said something like, antelope is sleepy all the way to her antlers. And David said, do female antelopes have antlers? And I said, I don't know. And then we started going on through, and I did some of the animals, and then he quickly fell asleep, not even remotely through the alphabet. And I kept on writing them down. And anyway, the long and short of it is I wrote a manuscript called All the Awake Animals, a Very Sleepy ABC. And it begins with a little verse back and forth, a dialogue between a parent and child. And, you know, you tell me I'm not sleepy now. Just try, I say. You ask me how. And the mother explains that, you know, because everything has awake and asleep and day and night, and you know, and that even all the awake animals are getting very sleepy. Antelope is asleep all the way to his antlers, and baby bison has bedded down beside the barn by her brother. That was right out of, David and I were driving off to a colleague of his, also summers in Vermont, and there were blueberry bushes there. So we were going to visit them and pick blueberries, and on the way we passed a bison farm. And there were baby bisons that were very cute. A baby bison, you know, what could be cuter or weirder? And so baby bison shows up in the book. So we get all the way through the book, and my agent sent it out. And I am so happy to tell you that last Thursday, Little Brown, an old publisher, never published me before, Little Brown took All the Awake Animals. So so I'm back in the fold. Thank you, thank you. But you know, I said in Fearless Writing, and I'll say to you, where the clapping really belongs is that I kept writing it and kept doing it all those years. You know, that's, you always get the clap after you did it. Whoops, that didn't sound quite right. Delete!
That's another book.
Not for children.